And we got bananas in chat from Shizuku3158. And that's literally the one name that I can read before they go off screen. Jeez, pixelated Taku there with some bananas. Stino112, Pontanu0, Miyataki with the bananas, and Muit's Wan as well. Also, Ins3T07. Thank you for the bananas, peeps. I appreciate it. Looks like there's a lot of you here for this Sunday morning stream. Very excited for some Hermitcraft, I believe. It is I, your Emerald King. here to give you free emeralds. I've got so many emeralds, peeps, I don't know what to do with them. I'm trying to sell them now. We're at the chunk of death, by the way. So we've got noises in the ear. The Arctic Viking in the pre-stream there. Resubscribed for 7 months. Apparently it's been 4 days since I last streamed. Yeah, I couldn't stream on Friday, so I was going to stream on Saturday, and then I spent all of yesterday cleaning the house, top to bottom. Defrosted the freezer. Just got loads of stuff done, and I just kind of kept going and thought, do you know what, I'm not going to stream, I'll stream tomorrow. And it's good. Good to get all of your jobs out of the way in one go when they come around, you know. That's what I like to do. Anyway, yeah, we've got all the stuff. We're going to leave this place. We're going to leave this place. Oh, hail the Emerald King, says Susuma Void. I agree. Hail thee. The Arctic Viking for 7 months saying nice music. Yeah, the music was Sabaton with the song Great War. I think there's better songs than that record, but I'm still getting familiar with it. And that song was just in my head all morning. Look at all this stuff we're collecting here. Excellent. I'm not going to pick any of it up right now, but the chunk of death is doing its thing, which is nice. I'm the only one on as well, so we should have some good rates over here. So we got King Nebula subscribing with Amazon Prime. King Nebula, thank you. Thank you ever so much for that subscription. We have Nahomi For Me resubscribing for 5 months, saying, hope that your stream goes well. I'd love to stay and cheer you on, but it's 4:30 AM for me, and I have stayed up late enough as it is. Well, it'll be uploaded to the second channel if you want to catch it there later on. No, how do I say it? Nahomi For Me, jeez. Oh, this place. Yes. Oh, I wonder if we've got any sales. Let's have a look. Yeah, you know, go to sleep, have some rest, and I hope you enjoy it if you watch it on the second channel. Oh, jeez. Thank you so much for the support. Oh, still clearing this throat here. CSM3M3S is here subscribing with Amazon Pride. So is Ray Monor. Hopefully I'm saying that one correctly. Ray Monor, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. And Lord Glassmere is here subscribing with Amazon. We've got so many Primes, it's unbelievable. Sparky GLL is resubscribing for 3 months with the Prime. Thank you ever so much, saying, Hex, just wanted to give you a little thanks for some inspiration on doing sport. Changed my life in the last year and improved my health and social skills greatly. That is awesome to hear. Yeah, I imagine getting involved in a sport, obviously. Okay, face flew into the wall there. Get you out there interacting with other people and whatnot. There we go, up in the air. Glad it's helped you, man. I encourage everyone to get more active and to get involved in exercise and sport and whatever. I went for a cycle this morning, 2-hour cycle. Beautiful scenery. There were some gorgeous valleys and interesting houses that we cycled past. That wasn't me that put that there. Oh, someone had a rail through this area, I'm guessing then. Maybe it went off in that direction. Quartz! I must take this quartz! Okay, it was a trap. It was a trap. They were trying to get me to fall down into the hole. Yeah, I went for a 2-hour cycle this morning. Only just gotten back and then had breakfast and here we are streaming. And then after I stream, I've got to go out again. So it's a busy day. It's a busy, busy day. Hi, I'm new. How does Twitch work? Says Engod. Well, Twitch sends you the video that I'm sending them, and they'll send me the messages that you're sending them in chat. Rank Lord says, I think the totem shops are a bit expensive. You know, considering how rare they would have been, right? Oh, this is the wrong place. That price would have been a bargain, 12 for one, but not anymore now that they... I mean, if you, like, just picture it like there weren't raids, or that you didn't know raids could be exploited like that, then they would probably be a bargain. But the idea is that the price slowly goes down. Maybe I did set it too high. Anyway, noises in the ear. Surrey Simmer is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime, and DJ Echo has resubscribed for 18 months in a row. Thank you ever so much. 21 even, saying, wow, it's 21 months already. Thank you for all the content, X. No problem at all. Thank you ever so much for your support. So, peeps, here's the deal. I don't think I want to do this. I mean, so I've got to build a farm at either island. No, I'm in a cave. Oh, I'm in a cave with a phantom. It's flashback to Doc's minigame. That's hideous noises. Okay, that's the end of the cave. Well, I'll sleep in a bed down here then. So here's the deal. We got two mushroom islands. We got one that I've covered in water, and then one that isn't covered in water. And the one that isn't covered in water is closer, but it's also mahoosive. Okay, it's so massive they had to make a new word for it, mahoosive. So what I'm thinking is, do I want to do this? And I think the answer is no. I think, you know, the other day I was thinking, I don't want to travel so far to get to this farm that I want to make. But, like, how much work would it be to cover all of this in water? Would it be a crazy amount or not? Probably definitely a few hours. And it's probably not going to cut off too much time for travelling over to this farm and AFKing there. It feels to me like quite a few cows here have, like, respawned. Pufferfish Prank says TT Vadaba King in chat. Pufferfish Pranks, that was some time ago, weren't it? Missing Bolt says, would you ever do a Vanilla ++, like a gently modded season of Hermitcraft? We did it in the past. We did Game Mode 4 and it didn't work out very well. And I don't think it works because, well, you know, the audience has changed over time and are probably more open to modded. But I think the fact that we're playing the same game you have access to is what's quite important about it. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of work to cover in water. I think I'm going to go... Look, they just spawned, didn't they? These things are literally spawning as we're wandering around here. That's a really great sign. I'm sure these weren't here a moment ago. Let's see if any more pop up. I'm going to leave this. This is silly. I'll just go to the other one and build the farm there. I like the idea of having it closer, but... yeah, this really is that big. When I had this other thought of like, oh, I'll come here and... yep, look, they're definitely spawning while we're in the area. So yeah, while I had this idea of... and another one. Of like, let's... and another two. Oh my god, they're just popping up all over the place. Could make a mini game out of this. Just flatten the area and have like whack-a-cow game or something. Yeah, I'll kill a few more so we build up our leather suppliers. The other thing I want to do kind of involves having a little bit of leather. Did I finish my thought there? I think I've made myself clear, right? Why do you need to flood it? Don't mobs spawn in the mushroom biome? Yeah, no, I want to prevent them from spawning, right? So if I flood the place with water, what we used to do is flood it with water to kill the mycelium and turn it into dirt. But I realised that this place doesn't need to look good. I just need to stop the cows spawning, right? So if I cover it in water, that does the same job. And now that water doesn't turn mycelium into dirt, it doesn't matter if you cover it. And that's what I learned in my video. But no, we are going to stay over there. Look, another one has spawned. There'll probably be another one nearby. No, usually they spawn in packs. Any more? It's kind of fun to just watch them pop out while you're wandering around. Anyway, let's go back. Just build up, says Team Gurk Leader. No, we want to go down to build a fast mob farm. Oh man, I'm gonna have to re-explain every aspect of the whole how to do mob farms. Like, we want to build our farm low down in the world so it's faster. So we don't build up in the sky because we'd have very slow rates. Snacker thus says, could you just turn it into podzol by growing trees? That's an interesting idea. Question is, would it... There we go. Oh, and another one. 3 shots, 3 kills. Right, yeah, I mean, you need a lot of saplings and some bone meal, and it does cover like a fair cluster of land, doesn't it? I think that's not a bad strategy, but I still think water would probably be quicker. If you think about it, you place down a bucket of water, it spreads out to a similar size to Podzol. To the Podzol patch. By the way, I got a hot mocha chocolate here with some almond milk in it that I must start drinking immediately. So we'll get to our next location, and then I'll have a drink, which will be my base. Going to pick up some supplies. We're going to go do a little bit of building over in the evoker area now that we've got some evoker area. I don't know what to call it. The Illager Church, the Illager Temple of Death, Doom, and Darkness. Yeah, that sounds like a nice and friendly place. We're off to the Church of Death, Doom, and Darkness. We're off to the Church of Death, Doom, and Darkness. Oh, brilliant. By the way, we had another noise in the ear. It's XD someone. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate it and hope you enjoy the stream. I hope we enjoy the stream. You, me, and all those other people watching. Rank Lord says, I don't know if it's a good idea, but maybe Hermitcraft should introduce their own currency with a data pack. Different diamonds / emeralds, because diamonds are also needed for tools and items, which throws it off a bit. Just an idea. Rank Lord, that's actually why it works as a currency. Because you can't farm diamonds other than strip mining. And well, you can, search and find them in chests, but you can't farm them in the sense of building something that gives you diamonds and then building that bigger and bigger and getting more and more. You can't do that, and it's great because you use it for armor. Now, mending has really kind of nerfed the need for diamonds, but still, it makes a difference. We'll take this chest with us as it's the one with all that stuff in. And things to be sorted at a later date just get chucked in here, basically. Cool. So we're taking that one ender chest. Got loads of bone, meal. Been farming that stuff up. There's anything in here? The pillager heads I might end up using. Let's take that box with us as well. And we're going to end up farming a bunch of trees. Anyway, while I'm standing here in my base, this is where I want to have a sip of this hot mocha chocolate with almond milk, peeps. Delicious. Pontanu says, have you seen Neil Mango's new video about Wither Rose farming? I'm assuming it's same to Rayworks one about obsidian farming. That there's a new way to make a wither skeleton, a wither boss mob cage. And so then you can relook at different types of farming because you can put a wither just about anywhere. I think that's the idea. I've got to say, the almonds definitely detracts. I've had almond milk with my tea. I can't get used to it, and it detracts from the taste here as well. Cashew milk is where it's at. I love cashew milk. It's still tasty though. Right. I've got a talking topic for today, peeps. Oh, a talky topic. Oh, what are we going to talk about? The universe? No. we're gonna talk about one of the platform's former biggest streamers, Ninja. Sure, you've heard about this. Oh, it's all in the news, isn't it? All the peeps are talking about it. Where are we going to? The 1.14 area. Just making sure I'm going in the right direction. Mixer, says Duke Dragon. Yeah. So I got a couple of things to comment on. If you've heard me talk about some of the deeper subjects, then this first thing I'm going to touch on will probably make a lot of sense. So, Mixer have, gotten Ninja to go over to their platform, and some of the reactions that people had are kind of interesting. You see, my reaction to it was like, that's Microsoft have deep pockets and they're showing you their intentions. They really want to make Mixer the streaming platform, and they're going to pay big bucks to get some of the best talent over there. In no way did I have a reaction like, Ninja has betrayed Twitch. He's betrayed them. But apparently there are quite a few people online who feel like Ninja has betrayed Twitch by leaving. I really think that that's an emotional reaction to something. This whole idea of betrayal. Oh, you betrayed the codecs that send the video across the internet. I'm being a bit over the top here, right? To make a point, though. Let's go outside. We've got to farm some trees first of all, and there's some space out there for doing so. Oh, and I need some more rockets. So Betwayed, says Dozercraft. Betwayed. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. So yeah, there's like these strong emotional reactions. I really think, like, you know, if he wants to move, he can. I mean, you sign a deal with Twitch, and in the contract of the deal that you have, you can cancel it if you want to. I don't know, pledging loyalty to brands and companies, not something I'm particularly keen on, especially when they're really big. If you're talking about a small company where maybe you actually know the people, then I can understand like ideas of loyalty and stuff meaning a little bit more on the smaller scale, because you're dealing with the individual, not the system. Whereas Twitch is really just a big system, you know, very corporate. It's owned by Amazon, you know. Richest man on the planet right there. By the way, we got Studio 420 subscribing. Studio 420, thank you ever so much for subscribing, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream. I need to throw down a bed, don't I? Tuxaman says, those people are likely not old enough to be in business yet. It seems like a sensible business decision to me, although I don't know the contact details. Yeah, if you were referring to those people as in people who are like reacting to it and getting upset. I mean, I'm not like trying to, you know, be mean to those people. Like, I used to have reactions like that to stuff. I can remember decisions in the past. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head, but I haven't really thought it through. So, like, maybe there is some band and like a member leaves the band and you get all emotional about it and like, oh, screw those guys and this. And then you find out later on that they had cancer or something, and you know, they left on good terms, and you know, they had to leave for medical reasons. You know, like, there's always just so much more beyond your own scope of what's going on. And so none of us probably know, unless for some reason it's just been published out there on the internet, none of us really know the conversations that took place between Ninja and Twitch, which actually kind of sounds like there was no conversation, and Mixer and Ninja. So it's really, I don't know, it just really seems to me like, don't need to have an emotional reaction to it. Just, you know, he's a person, he's free to make his own decisions, and good luck on him. Yeah, you know, it's certainly worked for Mixer so far, because they've become the top app on the different stores, which is like what getting someone like that to move to your platform will do. If they'll continue to grow from it, that'll be interesting to see. Will more people go with him? It's just all something to watch unfold now. My feelings towards Twitch is that I've certainly heard some horror stories over the time, and things, I've seen some visible things I would disagree with them about, but nothing that ever really makes me feel like I need to leave the platform or do anything like that. And for the most part, my experience has been really good with Twitch. Up until a certain point, I would say it's kind of ironic, because for the longest time Twitch felt kind of stagnant in its features and its development. It was moving slow, and it was around, I don't know if it was when Amazon brought it, or just at a later date when the fact that Amazon had brought Twitch really kind of started to show, right? Like things like Amazon Prime popping up, gifting subs, like all of a sudden all this stuff that made a lot of sense for the community and for Twitch to have sort of came along. But at the same time that they put all these new features in, they also stripped back their partner support. Now, it used to be that I could I could send an email and get a reply pretty much in a day or two, and I'd be speaking to someone and they'd be able to help me with my problem. And so my experience on Twitch was, you know, really great compared to something like YouTube. And Twitch has actually stripped back its customer support over time. You can't get hold of anyone anymore. I have a tax issue where they're holding back a load of my money, and I can't do anything about it, because it doesn't matter how many emails I send, you never get a response from Twitch's support. And with all these, oh yeah, peeps are pointing out do you know what? A lot of the time I'm like, don't worry about it, I've got my eye on it. I did not have my eye on my axe. So we need to go repair the axe. Where is a ways we can get like a bunch of XP from just around here? I should have gone to the pigman farm. Why is it that I always have to travel back and forth constantly? Try tagging them on Twitter, says Ranklord. I could do, but yeah, I guess I should probably give it more of a shot. Excuse me. People saying XP Vault. I don't want to use my own XP Vault because I want all the other hermits to have access to it. Like, I want them to always be able to go in there and get XP, so I'm not going to use it myself. Right, I know that sounds really weird, but like, I guess I need to learn more about how quickly it's going to refill. Anyway, I'm literally looking around like, is there a source of XP here? What's kind of funny is that we had some ores that I could have mined and dropped them off at the base. Oh, there really isn't nothing else to do, is there? Just got to travel all the way back again. Well, I'm used to it, whatever. It's the one thing that like annoys me about this game is that I just seem to constantly travel back and forth because I need something or I forgot something. It's a good thing travel is easier now. Maybe travelling being easier made me lazier and being prepared, something like that. Peeps are saying Grian's DSD. Yeah, what, a few diamond ores and potentially falling into lava? No thanks. Also, I'm not allowed to take my own items with me. Lost Freight is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Lost Freight, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream. So what were we talking about? Twitch and Ninja. You know, I kind of want Twitch to get better and succeed just because I'm on it. The reason I stayed with Twitch is because Mixer weren't interested in having me go to their platform, and it was larger anyway. Like when I was weighing up should I be on Twitch or Mixer, Twitch was just a better place to grow, right? Whereas Mixer might become that now. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But I'll be happy staying here. I really wish they would just fix and improve their customer support. It's what they used to be good at, and it's gotten really poor over time. And as for the Ninja thing, you know, MCT1197 says, I think it's good. Sorry, Ninja moving is good for competition. Depends if competition is good. You know, if it leads to innovation and bettering of the technology and the platforms increasing and improving and more people are interested in streaming, then sure, you know, that's a good thing. But I don't believe in absolutes. I say this a lot, talk about this a lot, because, you know, to say competition is always good, there's probably, if you think about it long enough, you're probably going to be able to find examples of when competition isn't good. Always depends on the situation, I think, and yeah, the situation here is that Twitch has had the market, you know, kind of cornered for a long time, and who knows what will happen. You know, if Mixer starts gaining some ground on them and we have a splitting of the platforms, will it be better? I don't think it necessarily means it does. Right, let's drink some more of this mocha. It's gorgeous. We've got a noise in here from Professor Dr. Pug, resubscribing for 24 months. That's a goldie face. No, sorry, it's a diamond face in chat right there. Amazing. And Shawnee YYX has resubscribed 3 months in a row, saying, yay, keep up this wonderful work. Thank you, dude. I appreciate your support. War is bad, competition besides technological advancement, says Sniper John. Yeah, the whole argument that war brings about technological advancement, it does, but look at the cost you pay, you know. Code Mountain says, I don't like internet monopolies like Facebook. Yeah, I guess when you think about things like Facebook and Google, it make you think competition is better. I think not having monopolies most of the time is a good idea. This is good. I can really taste the emerald milk though. Das Dodo 93 is here subscribing. Das Dodo, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic time. We got Pyro Bernie. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Pinoburium. Pinoburium just got buried there. 14 months in a row, saying, oh boy, 14 months. Appreciate it ever so much. We got Shawnee YYX gifting subs. A sub bomb has landed in the area. We are now contaminated. Trying to turn this into a Chernobyl thing all of a sudden. Emerald milk, says Dr. Cuddle. Did I say emerald milk? No way. No way. Just drinking my emerald milk. I probably did say that. It's the emerald skin, man. It's getting to my head. So, Shawnee, YYX, thank you ever so much for gifting the subs to the community. Truly do appreciate you doing that. If you hear your name being read out loud, feel free to throw a Assume a Love Heart in chat to Shawnee, and you can do that because you're now a subscriber. Chest Monsters, great username. Sasha White, 796, ET17. Fun Tiny Egg. Usernames are very overrated. Another good one there. Full TLT. Mr. Polymath. Skulls, Zan's Gamer, Stefan O'Magari, G Grect 8, Orbiter Fold right there, and Unknown Ninja Agaya. Probably butchered that last name. Thank you ever so much again, Sean, for the gifted subs. Thank you all the peeps tuning in as well. By the way, if you are tuned in, be sure to hit the follow button. Get notified of when I go live. We are ready to leave this area now. We're leaving. We're doing the off. We're making a dramatic escape. Exit, even. Whew. The sound of dying pigmen will not infest our ears. Okay. With their propaganda about how unethical this is. Using their aggression against them. Okay, right, let's go. Devo Ma says, Asuma, what did I miss? You know, not a lot. These streams are never that productive. I was going to flood a Mushroom Island today, but then I got there and I went, actually, no. No, I'm not. Asuma, can you break Bedrock in 1.14? I'm sure there's a way, but I'm probably not the person to ask. I'm not much of a Bedrock breaker type. I was going to say blocker. That doesn't make any sense. Can you block Bedrock? Who knows? Right, so that was our little discussion about Twitch and Ninja. And I did have something else I wanted to talk about, and I now just remembered what it was. I finished watching Chernobyl. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I thought going into that I knew a lot about Chernobyl, because I've watched quite a few documentaries about it. But of the documentaries I watched about Chernobyl, none of them showed actual footage from Chernobyl itself. And there is loads of it. There is loads of it online. When I got to the end of the Chernobyl series, which apparently is on HBO, so if you've got Sky in the UK, it's HBO in the States. When I got to the end of it, there was actual footage, and it did something that I thought was really great, which is that it told you that one of the characters was a composite character, which means they're basically put in to represent other characters, and so the bloke had a whole team of scientists around him. Nuclear science people, you know, those lot, those brain smarties, and they sort of rolled her into one character. I also learned, spoiler alert by the way, spoilers here, do you pronounce the O in Chernobyl? I say Chernobyl like that. I've heard other people say it Chernobyl or something, because I was watching a bunch of footage and there were like a whole bunch of different pronunciations. So after I finished it, you know, I hopped onto YouTube to learn a little bit more, and I heard it being pronounced lots of different ways. It's nuclear, not nuclear, says Cuplex. Don't confuse me. I know what you're trying to do. Trying to troll me into saying it wrong. I pronounce everything correctly, including a cha-cha. One of the only people that says a cha-cha correctly on the internet, you know. We've got Frank the Foot, the one and only. Frank on the end of your leg. Subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate it. Ah, Frank is a legend. Because he's a leg end. Where the foot is? On the end of your leg? Do you like it? Is that the best stroke you've ever heard? It's the worst stroke. Oh, sorry. It's the worst stroke you've ever heard. Sorry. Sorry, let's get back to it. Yeah, that show is amazing. So at the end of it, it kind of, yeah. Spoiler alert, as I said, it showed you that one of the characters was a composite. But what I learned after is that there wasn't this whole, like, what was it, courtroom drama scene where they reveal the lies. Apparently everyone kind of knew that the whole problem with it from the beginning, right? The reactor has a flaw, and the whole community of science people kind of knew about it. It didn't say at what point they realized they knew or learned about it, but that was essentially done that way to make the show have that kind of suspense and drama where you have to wait around to learn about what happened. And anyway, so the whole time I'm watching it, I'm thinking, like, the atmosphere, the vibe of this show really makes me feel like I'm in Soviet Russia in the 80s. And And I don't know what Soviet Russia really looked like in the 80s that much. So I was pleasantly surprised to see that actually a lot of what you see in the show is kind of shot for shot based off of footage that they were recording. I don't know why it never crossed my mind when I was watching the show, but like it's the 80s. Like even in Soviet Russia would they have camcorders, right? And people were actually filming it as it was all happening. And some of the scenes you see in there that are really breathtaking are actually shot for shot of what the people did in real life. And also, like, a lot of people, like, gave up their health and their lives to protect, the world, essentially, from the disaster, which was really quite heroic, I thought. Now, a lot of people sacrificed a lot to make sure that we could all be safe. And, those people, once again, it's always like this, it feels, but those people are, the average people like you and me, the workers, and then the problem always seems to be systemic from where the power is, like the people higher up in the system of governance there, they're the ones that ignored the flaws and pushed on with this reactor technology even though it shouldn't have been put into practice, It's fascinating. It's like all wars really, isn't it? Anyway, here's me waffling on about Chernobyl. I look over into chat and like no one cares. Sniper John says Chernobyl's such a sad story. It suits the music in the background. I wouldn't say this song is particularly sad actually. It's got a little bit of a sad vibe to it. Obviously it is sort of a sad story. I mean, it is. Yeah, it's pretty much a tragedy story in many ways. I guess that heroicism though, the people that like works in those extreme conditions to prevent it from being an even worse disaster. That's quite uplifting, that side of it, I think. It's a good topic, says Plagueout. I'm glad you're enjoying listening to it then. Sander says, can you do a recap of the ninja thing? Basically, don't get emotional about it. It's really not a big deal that he chooses to move from one platform from another. And also there's lots of people that are like, Ninja's moved, Twitch is gonna die, Mixer's gonna fail. I've seen that, I've probably said stupid stuff like that at some point in my life. When people get all invested in like companies and platforms and like this one's gonna win, it's like I don't know, like people seem to attach their identity to brands. Sports clothing is a really good like observation for that. Oh, hello! Hi! What are you doing here? Where are your friends? Where are they? Hang on, 1 second, good sir. 1 second. Just please. I mean, okay. Look, I don't have my lava bucket, dude. What am I supposed to do? Flint and steel? I broke mine. I've been lighting up lots of portals lately. But let me have a look here. So I've got a little bit of flint. Now steel. Where do I get the flint from, dude? Over down there. Okay, down here. Let's go have a look. Apparently we might get some flint down here. Oh, you're thinking there's gravel. Oh, look, see, look, he knows. Hang on. Is this, have I got fortune on this, or is it silk touch? Oh, dude, it's silk touch. Well, I only need one, effectively. So, can you hang in tight there, buddy? Hang on. Sorry, peeps. I mean, I've got a visitor. I've just got to sort them out. What's going on, dude? Where did you go to? Did you wander away again? I think the dude wandered away. Rocket bow him! That's a great idea. I need to get crossbow and that sorted out soon, don't I? My friend went away. Maybe he was a peaceful one. I feel like I'm playing a UHC all of a sudden. Must get one piece of flint. Okay, sorry, where'd he go? Where'd you go, my man? Did you just disappear into the abyss? Into the cold nothingness you went. Into the eternal night. The beyond. The land of shadows. Oh well. Whatever floats your boat, dude. It was a ninja pillager, Dragon Master. Yeah. Yeah. The rest of the raid party is standing around me. They got me. They got me circulated. Just can't see them because they're ninjas. XRSV Paradox is here, subscribing. Thank you ever so much, dude. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the stream. So going back to the conversation, you know, this beautiful one-way conversation, literally. No, I do read chat and take some input. Like, how do y'all feel then about like brand identity? Do any of you identify with brands? Have brands that you like? I mean, I think liking a brand's products is fair enough. You like this type of clothing, you like that, but it's when people get emotional and get attached, that's what concerns me. You know, like some people getting all irate about things that happen in the world because they got attached to a brand. You know, like that whole brand loyalty. Like the best example, PlayStation versus Xbox. Like, I think the reality is you have exclusives, and that means people are excluded. That's what they should really be called. They should be called excludeds. It's like, hey, if you've got that console, you can't play this new game. You're excluded. It's anti-consumer. Right, let's punch out some leaves so those logs fall down. Make sure we collect all of them, right? Oh, these ones you're supposed to spread out. I just remembered this. Like, when you do different types of trees, when you're just out in a field, you know, like this, you want to spread them out a bit because you need more of the leaves back. So we should set up a tree over here, let those leaves decay. Set one up over here as well. Apple or Samsung, says Boss It Up. There's another one. iOS or Android, that kind of thing. PC Master Race. I'm Switch, says Jessica. I'm attached to the brand that I own stock in. Nothing else. Fair enough. Seal It Bang. It will always Seal It Bang. That's like a cleaning product, isn't it? I remember those adverts. What a weird name. Car brands, yep. No brand is a religion to me, to be honest, says Reves. That's good then. I think that's healthy, I really do. I think if you start getting emotionally attached to brands, I don't know, like, it's like you're a consumer, like, that shouldn't be emotional, I think. What will you like to see in 1.15, says this player. I've answered this question many times. Expanded inventory. Double the size of an ender chest. Give us more slots here. Maybe give us some clever ways to manage all these items we've got in the game. That's what I reckon. GBV is here. Resubscribed for 29 months in a row. GBV, thank you ever so much for your 29 months of support. That is quite incredible. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're having a good time. Backpacks, says ZDG. We've already got backpacks. Look, I've got 3 of them in my inventory. Actually, no, one of them's on the ground. Yeah, I don't think we need backpacks. We've already got them. Cave update, says the Fox. I think that's the one update you could get the most amount of players to agree on. Would be the cave update. The horse is stalking you, says CSM. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Not boxes and trying to build your raid farm in a creative test world from memory. Oh, don't do it from memory, dude. Don't do it from memory. That'll all go wrong. It requires some exact positioning. So yeah, don't do it from memory. You won't get anywhere. Basically, like, it has to be built at perfect heights with perfect distances and whatnot. Redstone update, says Reves. I don't think Redstone needs too much more, really. I think like minecarts, like if you bring in something that adds like a new dimension and then make it interact with Redstone, that'd be good. But I don't think Redstone itself really needs too much more. Otherwise, it gets like way too automated. Missing Bolt says, X, how do you feel about shulker boxes being customizably dyeable, like leather armor? That's a feature I want. I think it's not very necessary, but you could do it for sure. They should have redstone chickens. Bucket update, more liquids, says Shawnee. I think adding liquids could be a really like undeveloped feature of this game in a way. Right, we've got two. We've got lava and water. We can already see that they can do things to the player. They can slow them down, speed them up, give them damage. They can move at different rates. They can move to different distances. I think liquids could be a really great way to expand the game, just by giving it some particular properties that could be useful, especially ones again that could perhaps interact with redstone in one way or another. That could be really cool. I'm going to do this for a while so I can see where the saplings are. It helps them sort of pop out, and then I can not leave too many to decay, which is a good idea. Japan is breeding pigmen in real life. Oh jeez, what is going on? Another dimension, or Aether dimension, says Tizzy. I think there'll be a time for another dimension, but I don't know if that's really part of Mojang's plans or Microsoft's. But liquids, yeah, now that I think about it, there's only two, and it really does feel like you could do a lot. You could possibly use milk and do something like that. Maybe you could turn redstone into a liquid and it could have some like conductive properties. But yeah, I think redstone would be a good one, just because it could interact with redstone, obviously. But what liquids? Or better yet, not what liquids, but what do you think, chat? Like, what could the liquid do? What could be its special properties? Like, if you melted down ender pearls, when you touch the liquid, it could teleport you, like a chorus fruit. I mean, that's a bit of an idea borrowed from modded, I think. But what kind of more core and simple ones could be useful? Mud, says Cake Man. That'd be cool. Really, like, slow you down and make you sink, maybe. That could work. Sillet Bang, clean the pipes, says Lucky Duck. What is with Sillet Bang? I'm seeing a lot of suggestions for the thing itself. Forget the thing itself. Just what would it do? Like, this liquid would make you do this, or this liquid would interact with that. Right? Like quicksand, people are saying now. So you would sink in quicksand. That would be obvious. But like, I'm interested in the properties of the liquid. Liquid that carries redstone signals, says Purple Jerry. I like that idea. And I like the idea that the water, or sorry, the liquid could be manipulated in ways that like it becomes useful for a circuit. Gravity change, yeah, I've seen that in modded. Let's go ahead and throw in an extra stack there. Hey, we're actually kind of done here now, sort of. Let's just collect these bits and bobs. Blood attracts mobs to it, says Bubble Man. That's an interesting idea. Liquid slime that sticks to you and rebuffs your movement. I like the idea of a liquid slime that sticks to things, but with it being a liquid and it flowing out over blocks and then you remove it, like what would that even be? Anyway, great ideas. I think, yeah, liquids really does feel like a good idea because it's already in the game. It could quite easily be expanded upon. That's about the extent of the idea, really, isn't it? What am I doing here? I'm going to throw those away. I used to keep every single apple ever, but not this season. There's just too many of them. I like the idea of placeable milk taking away your effects. So if you have an effect on you, it just gets cleared by the placeable milk. Then it could be quite useful in perhaps mini games if you're shooting tipped arrows at each other. You've got like a fallback, walk into some milk liquid. It's got potential. Right, I think we're done collecting saplings, or maybe not. Right, in go the things. One, two, three, four. And then we're going to put that in there. A really endgame boss, says Mr. Strickers. Ah, now we're just throwing all sorts of suggestions. Right. Oh, jeez, I walked into the items I was trying to get rid of. Sweet. Let's head over to the bit. The building looks glorious from here, doesn't it? Looks absolutely glorious. Oh, and you can see the smoke up the top as well. That's great. It looks really good. Place down buckets of liquid so it becomes an item such as a plant pot, but a bucket. Well, I like the idea of perhaps a liquid that eventually turns into something else. That's kind of cool. Ranklord says, what are your favourite games apart from Minecraft? My favourite other game, I guess, is Doom. And then probably just some of the ones you see me play on my channel. Rightio. Oh, there's so much stuff in here. So much stuff. So what I want to do is mirror this on the opposite side, but also develop the top area here, which we're going to need bookshelves for. And luckily we've gone and harvested lots of stuff here. So grab that's the wrong one, isn't it? Logs. Okay, and somewhere in here I've got leather. There you go. Let's make a stack of bookshelves, peeps. Oh, that's going to cost us a lot of wood. Oh no, I've placed it the wrong way. Okay, so let's go, that'll be 4 and then that. That's how much we need, I think. Hopefully I can get this right. Oh, and we need, oh no, we need paper as well. I don't have any paper with me. Oh, this is the thing. Always travelling back and forth. Never able to think, oh, you know, before I leave, let's make sure we got the bookshelves crafted. Oh, I get tired of it, I swear. I swear. This is why I want a bigger ender chest. Like, I think I need to have like a stack of every single type of item in the game just available through that ender chest. That's what I think. This is also why next season I want to kind of play centralized again, just because of the travelling constantly. Back to the base, says Sylvester. I'm sure we'll be going back there again a minute later as well. Seems to be how it goes. But it's fine by me. It's really not too much of a distance to travel with this ice boat right here. This is definitely the fastest way. I think it's almost faster than flying. X, could you expand the potion system using other liquids? Maybe, yeah. Maybe there's another good reason to put more liquids in the game. I definitely think it's an obvious candidate for something that's underdeveloped. Anyway, let's get another topic going. What do you peeps want to talk about? Sniper John says, hey X, I don't know why, but I find it kind of funny. But oh wait, oh that one just went off the screen. Oh, sorry. When they go off the screen, that's it. They're dead forever. Let's go find ourselves some sugarcane. So we need 3 stacks, right? No, I think we need like 9 stacks. How much? Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of paper. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, peeps. If you heard that, my mute button is terrible. It doesn't work properly. Sorry. We've got a noise in the in from K Notion. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. K Notion, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate your support. I hope you are enjoying the stream, having a good time hanging out with us today. We have just enough by the looks of it. Where'd it go? Oh, I've got to make the paper first. Oh, what a dummy. What a dummy! What a derp! There we go. Rightio, so where are the books? There they are, and then there's the bookshelves. Bam! That cleaned out my inventory. We've got a stack of bookshelves. So, JesteriaBit98 is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. JesteriaBit, thank you ever so much for the support. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Storm Area 77 says Shockwave 1997. I have even put that date in my calendar. On the 20th of September, I am tuning into the news to find out what on earth happened, because I don't digest a lot of news anymore. But on September the 20th, I can't wait. Like, I mean, to be fair though, it could be tragic. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if someone gets killed. I also wouldn't be surprised if nothing happens. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know... what I reckon most likely is going to happen is that a whole bunch of unprepared people who haven't thought about the logistics are going to turn up and they're not going to have water and food, and it's going to be horrible. There's going to be nowhere for people to stay because it's in the middle of nowhere. There's going to be no supplies, and probably the military are going to come along and go, here you go, we've got food, blankets, tents and water. You know, shake our hand. Hey X, Area 77, is the alien land going to be another religion of the Hermitcraft land? Another religion? I mean, I wasn't aware there was a religion of Hermitcraft, but yeah. Sleep in the bed. Sleo has subscribed tier 1. Sleo, thank you ever so much for the tier 1 subscription. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying. I appreciate the. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you are. I can't do the words. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. What's your skin, X? Says Edvin. I am the Emerald King. You're in a church, though, says Prince of Clash. Okay, yeah. Sorry, maybe I conflated an actual religion. I don't know. I mean, this isn't like really. I haven't made a religion here or anything, have I? It's just a building so far. It's got some lore to it, but I don't even know what that is. Anyway, let's get rid of these 2 logs. Maybe 3. Can't see that from down below, so that's fine. If I put that there, maybe we don't want to see the bottom shelf. But I feel like that's the place to put it. So these things will go up, and probably will look best. Probably actually look best about 2 wide here. Maybe some in that corner. I mean, almost something like that. And we got a noise in the ear from Segmentia, resubscribing for 48 months in a row, saying never get to catch a live stream, but today I do. Glad to have you with us today then. Thank you ever so much for your tremendous support. It's incredible. 48 months. Thank you ever so much, dude. Thank you ever so much. So these will be higher. I really like the idea of it getting bigger and bigger. Here's the thing though, like, who says that you have to be able to walk through the middle here? I think I might make that so with some modifications here. So that's going to change so you can walk across. And maybe what we also do is make it so each one gets higher than the next. Which might be a little bit on the silly. Did someone log in? Oh, Dog did a while ago. And false. Didn't even notice. It's because I'm streaming and waffling to all of y'all. So don't be complaining. Don't be like, X, you didn't say hi. I'll be like, because I was talking to you. It's all your fault. These poor, ignored, neglected hermits. Oh, how could you treat them this way? Tuning into my live stream, the cheek. Distracting me from saying hello. And does that really look good in any way? I'm not really sure. I've not done a library type thing before. I reckon we're going to have to use some oak wood here. And we got another crazy noise in the ear. It's Athelion, resubscribed for 52 months in a row, saying here for my daily dose of Asuma. The old daily dose, eh? Appreciate it ever so much, Athelion. Hope you are entertained. Hope you are enjoying. Can we... Oh, no, we can remove those. I think we can remove any of them, basically. So I want to place it on the underside. Like that. Then up here again. It kind of looks like we can get away with it. So it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work there though. But who's to say that that looks terrible from below? Probably does. Can Can we get away with that? Is it alright to have that there? It's not the worst thing ever. It's just a bit of detail. That's how I play. It's just a bit of detail, peeps. That's all it is. I've got my daily dose of dopamine, says Cuplex. The old dopamine. The scientists have been studying it. They don't understand how it exists. What is this mysterious? What? Jeez. So I don't know how to make this like look any more. How does it look from afar? Any more interesting, really? It kind of looks alright like that. Maybe some cobwebs up there. Oh, here's the thing. There's a space of 2 between it, so maybe we should have 2 rows of bookshelves here in the middle. Let's see what it looks like that. Cool, my voice has been struggling a little bit today. And my saying of the words. What's up with that, eh? Oh, jeez, fell down below. What is up with that? Thoughts about new ladders, says Kill My Depression. Why would we need new ladders? We've got scaffolding. So I don't think we need new ladders. Or maybe you're saying ladders need an overhaul. Oh, I'm out of oak slabs, that makes sense. I really wish Minecraft would add a rope ladders so I could rappel down quickly. Well, falling is pretty fast. Okay, let's make that many slabs. Show wheat. You could get some passive pillagers in the church just roaming about. That'd be a great idea, wouldn't it? We could perhaps try and trick one into being locked in. Oh, do you know what? If you put blocks inside of them, so we could get a passive one standing there and put glass inside of it. That's something we should try and do, really. We should totally try and do that. Sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? What other things can we add in this area? I'm thinking lanterns off the side of the bookshelf would look really cool. A bell, says AOL dude or AOld dude. I think it's AOL dude. Yeah, bell. That could work. Yeah, bell definitely would suit being in this build, of course. Every time I say a bell, I just think of like a parody of Adele. Like this alternate singer that's just there to parody. So I think we need a spruce trapdoor. But that kind of works. That actually, now that it's all there, it really does work. It is the bookshelf itself needs variety. Now I wonder if... Is there anything we can shape this up with? If I had like Vanilla Tweaks bookshelves on, I think we have one for this. You can get like a slightly... Oh, I'm going to go have a look now. I'm going to go have a look on the old Vanilla Tweaks and see if we can change it. I have to go a look in. Here I am, supposed to be streaming, and I'm browsing my own website. Okay, is there one for bookshelves? It's the sort of thing that I would ask for. That's what I'm thinking. So it's not going to be fun, retro, menu options, GUI, HUD, utility, peace and quiet. Variation will probably be it. Connected bookshelves, that's what we have. But we don't have a variation on bookshelves. That's something we should really have, I reckon. I will put that on my after the stream notes and see if we can get that on Vanilla Tweaks. Cool. Cuplex says, geez, he don't even know about his own texture packs. I don't even know. Why can't I memorise every single texture that team of people have made for Vanilla Tweaks? You know, why can't I memorise that thing that I haven't done myself? What is wrong with me? Let's go grab a spruce trapdoor. Oh, you can use trapdoors on the side of the bookshelves. RNG with the suggestion. I like it. Yeah, I could, couldn't I? Now, if you had one that was, you see, the oak, I've chosen oak because it blends in. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that here. We could also use, like, just this as well. Like, would this be particularly terrible? Probably will. Probably will be terrible. It's going to take up a bit too much space. Doesn't feel right. So, the trapdoor I should probably use as spruce again. We'll think it through a little bit here. Birch. Yeah, I haven't used any birch in that area yet. That's the problem. Jungle might be applicable. Applicable. Fancy schmancy wordies. Feels like it's working. And I reckon... makes it feel a little bit taller now, doesn't it? I reckon that works. I reckon that works. We're going to go with that. That. Oh, I gotta... oh, jeez, I need more trees. I didn't know I'd need jungle wood today. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Look at that, we're low on these saplings. Let's go do that proper then. Okay. We're now on a mission, peeps. You cannot let me forget the mission. The mission is to throw away that box of bones. No, the mission is to grow these 2 trees and then to make sure we get more than 8 saplings back because I don't want to get low on these saplings. You know? Do you know what I mean? Jeez. There's something wrong with me. I've got lots of energy and I need to let it out. Oh! Oh, the sun! And the night time and the no false. There's no false to sleep for us. Oh, jeez. Back we go. Back, back and forth, back, back. And we go. What song is that? Back, back and forth. I'm going to drink some water. Oh, it's probably time for a world classic eye break, which I haven't done. Let's do an eye break, peeps. Let's break our eyes together. Peeps, I'm not looking at the screen anymore. I encourage you to do the same. That doesn't mean close the window. Jeez. It's not what it means. Doesn't mean you can start looking at your smartphone, checking your emails. No, it's time to look away from the screens. We've looked at screens too much in the day. Wu-Tang Clan. That's the one. That's the one. It's the gravel pit. It's the gravel pit song. Remember, kids, protect your neck. Wear a scarf. I'm literally taking a moment to look away. I'm looking at the beautiful sun shining into my room. And my eyes are going, goodness me, that's natural sunlight. That's much better than those LCD screens I've been staring at. Actually, the purpose of this part of the stream is just to remind you that every hour, because we've been streaming for an hour, you should take 5 minutes to look away from the screen. Alright? That wasn't 5 minutes. I don't care if the doctor said 5 minutes. We're back. We're streaming again. Look back at the screen. Don't blink. Oh, jeez. Right, there we go. In all seriousness, no, we are literally taking a break to give our eyes a rest from staring at these screens, because those doctors, you know, they're conspiring. Big optics! You know, they're trying to make money out of us. That's what they're trying to do. I don't know how they're trying to make money, but they're trying to do it by stopping us looking at the screens, because the screens have the real information about our eyes. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get us off of Wikipedia. It's dang capitalism, says Cuplex. Dang capitalism. Oh. How much time will it take to fill a shulker box with a jungle sapling, says Shockwave? I do not know. That is one big question right there. The vines make such a big sound, don't they? Such a big sound. Hey, you've already got one sapling back. That's good. And because I don't like the saplings falling on these ones, I'm going to break them all. Turn on F3 and B, says Cactus Key. I like it. Teamwork. Teamwork right there. Oh, jeez. Did that work? I think it worked. It worked like a team. Big optics, lol, says Techman. I like that one too. Big optics. How did he make the reflective floor, says Mooney. I haven't made any reflective floors. It's a thing you can do in Minecraft, but I haven't done it. Cool, that is a lot of vine breaking right there, isn't it? Whew. Oh! Is that how it is? Is that how it is? Oh, jeez. It's like a bit... It's a creeper hole that someone didn't clean up. Okay, there we go. There's the logs, the loggage. Right. Now we're good to let the saplings drop. And bam, another tree. Another day, another dollar. Don't know why I felt like... Oh, no! Okay, there we go. Endermite, says Fireman. I heard it too. I heard it too. What's going on there? Ooh. Oh yeah, I opened up vanilla tweaks and messed up my streaming stuff. By the way, peeps, 1,300 of you tuning in very early on a Sunday morning. I thank you for spending your time with me. And if you want to hit that follow button, be sure to do so. I do stream on a regular basis. Beltfed Joe says, hey, this is relevant to what you're doing. And a good myth bust. I find if I clear leaves with a fortune shovel, I get back way more saplings. Oh yeah, you would do, I guess. Because fortune works on leaves. There was a time when it didn't, though, I think. And I actually got a myth busting episode that I think is from when it didn't. Thing is, though, like, it's the shovels are a bit slow. Well, no, sorry, the shovels. The breaking leaves is just a little bit on the slow side. So I never really fuss with it too much. I think the only tree you need to do it for is jungle. The others seem to sustain themselves pretty well. Oh, look at this. My inventory's full. Of course it is. Of course it is. Crispy Toast is here. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. And Crispy Lemon as well. What are the odds of that? Crispy Toast, Crispy Lemon. Thank you ever so much for subscribing. Truly do appreciate it. Stay crispy. I can say that, and it's actually genuine. We also got Lida Kira here. Subscribing with Amazon Prime. Lida Kira, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you are entertained. Right, we've got to stand here and collect saplings, you know. That's what we've got to do. That's sapling life. That's what we is doing right now. I can see that a couple of them land on the leaves, which is always a bit of a problem. Alright, what's the next talking topic, peeps? How do you get a crispy lemon, says Tar Larch. I imagine putting it in the oven might help. Deep fried lemons, yeah. Blue Sparrow says it's probably a bug, but 1.14.4 villagers refresh more than twice a day. That's what they're supposed to do. Oh wait, no, they're supposed to refresh twice a day, not more than. Like, not 3. It's pronounced Charlock. I'm going to call you Tierlac. It will just happen, believe me. It will happen. You know, I could try, but I would do a terrible job, I know. Dude, are these sapli going to fall from the sky already? My sapli supply be low. Be high. Be high below. Hey-oh! Cole Crayon! Cole Crayon! Don't even! Don't even. Man, we have 5. We put down 8. We need more. Look, they're up there in the tree. Yes! Yes, I will catch you. Maybe I can make a new minigame based on chopping trees and getting saplings. And basically it's just a trick to get the other hermits to give me saplings. I think I might actually try and just go like this. So... Ooh, okay, let's try it again. Oh, did I actually picked it up? There we go, we got 8. If I get one more, we've made a profit. Conspiracy minigames. I had an idea for a minigame, and it's very much based off of dig straight down. I was going to say don't dig down, but it's dig straight down. And I don't think it's that good, but You see, the problem is this game pulls a concept of Minecraft into its own minigame. That's always good. The idea that I had is just kind of a bit of a thing. Right, so I was thinking what I could do is put TNT traps under a field of oak trees. So you go into this like nice orchard-like area, and there's all these trees neatly spaced apart from one another. They're all oak trees, and when you chop it down, when you chop the tree down, sometimes there's a diamond block under the tree, and sometimes there's an explosion. It's just a little bit, you know, like the game's over really. Like there's not much to it. Whereas the dig straight down one, there's like suspense. You gotta make a bit of a call, you know. Should I go back up? Should I stay here? And it doesn't have any of that. So it was just, you know, just riffing basically. Is what I was doing. I was riffing it. Okay, so what are we going to use? We're going to use the jungle trapdoors. Where's our crafting bench? Get about 12 of those down. And then put all these in place. It should be called Log Casino. Maybe I should think about, yeah, like have a look at what casino games there are that could be made. That's one of the things, though. Gambling is always like a go-to minigame, right? And the thing with gambling is that I really don't like gambling IRL. Like, I think for the most part, it just seems like a silly thing to begin with to like gamble money. If you're doing it for fun and like actual money isn't involved, like when I was younger we used to play poker and we didn't even have money, but it was still fun. Like, I think that's good. Texas Hold'em is what we used to play. You know. Anyway, we got a noise in the ear. It's Badger Spanner here. A Twitch baby for 9 months saying public notice. I am pleased to report that after a tough labour and being a few months overdue, it's a healthy, bouncing baby Twitch spawn. Love it, Badger. Thank you ever so much for 9 months of support. Do appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for another Twitch baby. Eon Flair says, yeah, gambling is fun when the risk is removed, e.g. betting chips. Yeah, when the risks are removed, it can still be fun, for sure. Totally with you on that. I did say lanterns would look good up here, didn't I? Totally with you on that. But if you were to do it here on Hermitcraft, I guess you could say, look, play with your friend. You don't have to win or bet diamonds. Then it's all fair. Oh, that's right. I ended up putting it into my my lights box over here. And we got another noise in the air. It's Freak Burrito of a diamond face for 26 months. Freak Burrito. Thank you ever so much, dude. Amazing support. Appreciate it. I hope you are entertained. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I thought that this would look good off the side. Oh, can't even. But I'd have to do that. Pop. So that's not where we're going to put it. Where did we put it up here then? We do have limited space, but we can always adapt and adjust. Like this here feels like. So I've got spruce slabs. Like, what? Doesn't look right, does it? Needs a post on top of it. Posts, where are you? It's also right next to some already existing posts, which kind of makes it look a bit silly. So, why don't we put it here? Could also hang them possibly from the ceiling as another option. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. No, hang them from the ceiling, please. Please. Fence post hanging off the top block with a shelf lantern hanging below it. Ah, yeah, as if that went out a little bit and then hung down. That would have looked good, but I think we're going to stick with these. That's a cool suggestion right there. Cool suggestion. So we've still got a little bit of work to do up the back there. I think I want them all hanging across the front. I need some scaffolding for this next bit. Now this is one of those moments where scaffolding reveals its magic. No, not quite, but shows itself to be worthy, I think. Or not, you know, doesn't want to place on that block. No! Scaffolding, you suck. Oh, it should be able to place it on a slab. I mean, now I've got to rip up the ground. So something like that. Then we need the spacing. And I think I want them sort of on top. Like here. Okay, I need more. I need more of those fence posts. Also, they're probably going to look nicer if they're darker up there. So we'll go with these ones, and we need to make more. Dark oak wood. Okay, let's make a bunch of those. Sweet. It's not structurally sound, which is the point of scaffolding, says Tier Latch. Yeah, but it's also Minecraft. You can have a block floating in midair if you want to. Ah! I fell down. Yeah, that's much better. Just slips in a little bit more, doesn't it? Okay, so then the next one I want to be here. And then here. It gets a little too low. Oh, that's in the wrong... Ah! Ah! It's in the wrong spot. It just about stays in there. I'm not sure if that's good or not. I mean, what we could also do is balance it a little bit. So if we come here and change that and put it up by 1, we could come here and lower these by 1 as well. Ow, fell down again. What is with me? What is with me? Moving up, moving down. It's so difficult. I personally think because of the falling thing, it is useful because it helps with counting the size of larger builds. The scaffolding helps you count, doesn't it? Because you can just send it upwards. But count the amount of blocks that go... Oh, fell down again. Jeez, they should invent a shift button. That's what they should do. Sort it out, Mojang. Okay. That's really cool. Boop. Right. I like that. I like that very much. That's starting to almost look complete to me, which is weird. Because I feel like there should be more blocks for placing up here. There isn't a lot of room for anything else, really, which is fine. It doesn't need to have a lot of room. You go up here, you get your book, you come down below, you stand around this table and read it while there's some frozen evokers looking over at you. Do we need any banners up there? I feel like maybe at the very back of the room, a couple of banners in that space. Now, I did something somewhere around here. Yes, look at this material. I haven't used that again. What material is that? It's black terracotta. Yeah, terracotta makes sense. I like using terracotta over concrete just because it's easier to make. So, terracotta, the black variety, could fill in those spaces. Oh yes, it could. We also need some other sort of item to go in there as well. Like dirt would be good. Do I have any dirt lying around? Usually, there's always some dirt lying around in the chest. We also need that. And we got a I think I've fallen behind in the noises in the air. Give me one moment, peeps. I'm just going to organise my inventory a little bit here. Check. Those are the things that I need. Probably need a little bit more of that. So... dyes. Yep, we got some, and... a little bit of that. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. Job done. Fantastic. We got noises in the ear from Tobogonius. Subscribing with Amazon Prime. Great username right there. Appreciate it. And Crispy Toast is here for donation saying, "Hey X, been enjoying all your videos and streams lately and was very curious from a Java player's perspective. What are your thoughts on the Bedrock edition of Minecraft?" Crispy Toast, thank you ever so much for the donation, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying the stream. Hope you are entertained. And I don't have any like big or drastic thoughts on it really. I mean, it exists. It's I think it's a good thing that they've tried to make a more stable version of the game. Unfortunately, I think just some of the way it's built from the ground up seems to have missed some of the charms of Minecraft. It doesn't play with the same feel as Java Edition in my experience. But otherwise, I think in general it's a good thing that it's there. And yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on it, really. I did sort of suspect, like, that by the time of Season 6 that we would be playing on Bedrock, but that's not been the case. And I'm actually thinking the fact that they still haven't figured out some of the clunky controls and make it feel more like Java probably means it's going to stay as it is. And, you know, we're probably going to be playing on Java for a while, is what I'm thinking. Anyway, hope that answered your question. Thank you for the donation, dude, and hope you're enjoying the stream. Feels like there should be something just on the edge there, like some, yeah, dark. Where did that one dark oak fence come from? It came from somewhere. Also that. I think that works. I really think that works. Let's go and get... What did I say we would get? Some dark oak fences up in those gaps. Maybe one over like that. Yeah, that kind of works, I think. You don't really notice it, but that's good to have little details like that in here and there. I'm really quite happy with that. What do y'all think of it? That's pretty much the finished thing. So that segment will get mirrored behind me. But I really like that. X, who do you go if your Twitch sub didn't go through, but your account got billed, says Crispy Rice PC. Twitch support, which I was moaning about earlier for being terrible, so I really don't know. If you don't get a response from them, then there you go. Huckle says, can you even run your own Bedrock server? I forget that every time. Yeah, we can't put Hermitcraft onto Bedrock because you have to have a business license with Microsoft and all of that. AOL Dude 123 is here with a donation saying, sorry to bother you with this suggestion, but I thought it would be fun to see a dodge the minecart minigame where you have to jump either side to avoid oncoming minecarts that are randomly dispensed. Just an idea, what do you think? I think it's a good idea. I think what it lacks is the automated failure. Like, you've got to be penalised on the spot. I think if you sort of like leave it up to the player to go, oh no, I hit it and I'll walk back, or, you know, take the point, it doesn't play quite as well as when the consequence of not doing the game right is kind of built in. But there's definitely something to that. I really like the little mini games of like Olympic style mini games. You used to build them on the plot world. You used to have these like running tracks with obstacles and little sections like dodging minecarts would be a part of that. So what you could do is you could have a ceiling of lava. Ooh, mini game time! Mini game time! Brain is doing something. Let's use one of our mini. Oh, what one is that? I think this might be, yeah, this one. Okay, and I've actually, by the way, if you didn't know, I've fully abandoned this game. I was talking to Grian, and I was telling him about some of the ideas we had and all of this, and then he said, would it be fun to watch on camera? And I was like, no. And then I abandoned this game. It also really felt like this was just way too complicated to do in survival. You could totally do it in like a creative mode, I guess. Anyway, I just sort of had an idea, right? So, like, the ceiling is lava, the floor is pistons. Maybe these pistons have blocks, maybe they're sticky. Doesn't really matter. Could use gravity blocks. But, like, what we can do is we can put a minecart underneath with an activator rail. Now, this will create a predictable path. We can kind of give this predictable path some form of complexity. That would be possible. I've got like no useful block here. So you can have like a rail system going underneath. That's the wrong one, isn't it? And you could make it just go back and forth, or you can have it wind all over the place. You know, it's up to you. But the point being, once you've got a minecart on here, shouldn't have done it like that. Put it back here. Different blocks get pushed up, so that's cool. Now, another way I can think of doing this is possibly with dispensers or observers. Ooh, now there's all sorts of things that spread out updates. Okay, so my brain is starting to tick over a little bit here. So I need to be facing this way. Cool. Here's what we're going to do. Right, we're not near to anything else. That's fine. So we are going to use some commands to aid us in creating this game. We're actually going to do everything one block above where we're looking. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go 58. And then we're going to do the same thing again. 58. And then we're going to adjust some numbers. So I'm going to deduct 10 there. And then deduct 10 here. So we're going to make a 10 by 10 grid. Now when we type observer, we're going to open up a bracket. I made a mistake. So put that on my clipboard. Mistake is I need to have F3 up. On the right hand side, we can see that it's facing down. So facing down. And then powered false. Okay, we've now built a 10 by 10 section. Brilliant. Then what we're going to do is very quickly make that... Again, I could use the F3 screen here. If I look at it. Okay, so this time we're going to go get rid of that. We're going to change the coordinate up by 2 blocks because we're 2 blocks higher. We've now got the same 10 by 10 grid. We tell it we want a piston, and then we open the bracket, and extending is false. I don't think I needed to do that, actually. I forgot the most important bit. Facing was equaling up. I did see it right as I... Yeah, there you go. Cool, so we now built that very quickly. Very cool. We've got a noise in the ear, by the way. It's a donation here from It's Game Pro saying, I would love it if they made Java Edition the main platform and add cross-platform. Well, Java Edition is the main platform, historically speaking. And cross-platform? I don't know if that's going to be possible. I get the impression that's not part of their goals, but it's a thing, I guess. Let's go put sandstone in, and this would have to go down to 56, I believe. Yeah, there you go. Right, now if I do... Oh, okay, I see. Well, that's alright. Let's go 57, 58, 59. Don't know why I thought I needed space between them. Ooh, okay, it flew out to the lowest point. That makes sense. Look at this. Ugh. The lowest point thing is getting in the way here. Oh, this is super annoying. Okay, so what I should probably do is lower everything by 1 block. Let's go put air there. Go to our observers. Let's lower them by 1 block. Okay, then we're going to go to our pistons. Lower them by 2. Okay, then air for 59 and 60. Thank you so much for the donations. I hope I answered your question, AOL Dude. And thank you, It's Game Pro as well. Cats on string. What does that mean, Reganar? Cats on string? So, right, now... Right, that's a far more interesting pattern of behaviour. Now, what's important about that pattern of behaviour, whoa, is that we can potentially manipulate water streams as well, now that I think about it. Like, if I do this... Right, now, watch how... It's interesting because when it spreads out, it makes it easier to control from below. If I wanted to create like a random system or a pathing system for those things to, you know, spread out by, we have to work with this here, which is detecting whatever's going on below. So water spreads out, creates a lot of updates. Maybe too many updates. We could chain things with redstone is another way to do it. So... We can actually create like a bit of a grid. Let's get some... See, this is where I could do with not of having already put those in place. So let's go and remove them for a second. And the starting bit was here. So if I turn this redstone on, now let's go ahead and build a grid of stuff that kind of pulls off of it. And actually, we'll always leave the timing on 1 by default. Now I want that to kind of separate pretty quickly. We're also going to try... let's use lots of repeaters and try and use as little redstone as possible, right? And then try and fill up like a bit of a grid here. And I'm going to go the full 10 by 10 though. But so far looking sort of interesting, I guess. You might find that it kind of limits itself pretty quickly. Oh, I might also end up accidentally backpowering as well, which is something we don't want to do. Let's not overthink this for now. Let's just do that, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go back to that, and so now when I power this, we're going to watch it unfold. Too fast. But you can kind of get an idea of what we can do here. It feels like it's missing all the ones. Ah, it back powers. Look, it back powers. Where can I stop that? Here, I think. Anyway. Like, what if we had repeating patterns of pistons moving upwards? You know, and the players had to dodge them. And we could then put safe spots, so you could do it in phrase. Oh, okay. Now this... Alright, so let's say we make it a little friendlier, right? I'm going to just do this from the side here. I think we've got a minigame on our hands all of a sudden. Whoa! Anyway, it doesn't matter that I destroyed that one. Let's do that. Let's... Okay, so every time this gets activated, which would be on a clock... Right, maybe there's like a safety spot here. You get to this little area, you're safe. And then you gotta kind of, right, I'm gonna go now. And now I'm on the safe spot. You'd want it to be random with like strings and bats, otherwise you could learn the patterns as just go. Well, the idea would be that you would visually look at the pattern to play it. So the player's experience would be lava above the head and they'd be watching the pistons fire and yeah, I'm gonna go over here and bam. And then we'd have to design like the obstacle course for them to learn and try and get around. That would be the general idea. We got a noise in the ear donation here from AOL Dude 123 saying, okay, I promise, last suggestion because I don't donate to suggest, but maybe chickens or bats running around on pressure plates below the observers. We can give that a try as well, really. See, I'm not so much a fan of the randomness, usually because it's not going to be random in a way that works out very well. It'd be very hard to get the right balance, in my opinion, of what works. Isn't this level 55 here? 50... No, wait, that was me. What am I looking at? 56, so... Oh. It does exist. There it is. I think it was 56, right? That made a lot of noise. Chicken, where art thou? See, the chicken can like wander to a corner, is another problem. And it might not move when the player's playing. So you need a lot of chickens, then a lot of chickens... Oh. Look at that! Come to me, my chicken. That's an interesting idea. Like, what if you had to do this holding seeds in your hand? That'd be really weird. Bats and strings are better, says Cuplex. Yeah, then you got to get bats to spawn, figure out the right amount, name tag them, make sure new ones can't spawn. I don't know. There's definitely some mechanics that can be played with here, right? I think. AOL Dude, thank you so much for the donation. We got Fizzle here for donation as well, saying, so I have a Bedrock Realms manager, but I miss all the benefits of Java. Should I start an SMP game on Java to pass time, or just stick with my Bedrock server? I think it's possible to convert worlds from Bedrock to Java and vice versa. I know you can definitely do it Java to Bedrock. That's something to consider. But if you do Java, it's a little bit more... It's not plug and play. You've got to run a server, which means you've got to do more administrative stuff, learn how to, you know, work with the console. But then also, if you want to get a little less vanilla, you can start using Spigot and plugins and adding features. And yeah, Java's very flexible, but it does come at a price of not being plug and play. Thank you so much for the donation, dude. I appreciate it. I hope I answered your question. That's enough mini-gaming for now. There's something to think on there, isn't there? There's something to think on. Right, and now what we've got to think on is what we're going to do with this space. So we've established that we're going to have like a bookshelf on either side, bookshelf area. What goes in the spot that we're looking at? Or would you fancy it if we did something different? Do we want to do a little bit of building over here, or do we want to do something different, peeps? That is the question. The question that I am answering? It's like a misc of answer and question. I don't know what's wrong with my brain anymore. Is that right? Is that how it was there? Yep. Just putting those in as a little bit of a guideline on the corner. Answering and askering. Peeps in chat, keep building or different? Spam away. Let me know what you want to see. I can hear phantoms dying nearby. Definitely different is in the lead right there. Different is what the peeps want. Different is what they will get. If you do have any ideas for what I should put in this space, though, feel free to tweet it at me. I've got nothing coming to mind right now. And then maybe in between episodes, something like that, I'll be working on it. But for now, let's start to pack away. I've got a list of things that need doing on this server because I'm prepared, you know. Wow, we used up a load of those bookshelves, didn't we? I wouldn't even be able to build the bookshelves on the other side. Okay, scaffolding and bed go in here. Wood types get to find a new home. For now, I'm just going to squeeze them in here. That'll do. Black terracotta. Got some stairs over here. Dyes, we're done with those. Okay, pillager stuff goes in there. These ones come back with me. Maybe I'll just leave behind some spruce and dark oak. And that precious dirt. Actually, those can go in there as well. Well, that's probably, yeah, that's got a space in here. Alright, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, look at us. All organised and packed up and ready to go. Nicely done. Okay, now I need my rockets. Maracas, my rockets. Right, what are we going to do next? Let me just go quickly have a look at the list. Not going to cover the island in water. Done a little bit of wood farming, that's good. Okay, I got something here we could do. Oh, also, I want to take a trip to spawn. You see, spawn is pretty janky at the moment, and I was thinking of just removing the islands and creating a simple platform for players to move through until we decide what to build there. But it gave me an idea of like setting up a bunch of shops or like free resources like ender pearls and rockets, just stuff that you tend to need when after you've died and you need to go get your stuff. Where's the boat at? We ain't got no boat over here. Still pretty deathly at spawn, says Badger. I haven't had any problems when I've been there, but like I haven't been spending a lot of time. Let's go to spawn then and clean it up a little bit. Been thinking that's probably needed doing for a while. AU Karens, welcome to Twitch. Glad you enjoy the videos. Go to check Scar and Doc's secret base. I tried to do that. I tried to get in there earlier today, but something weird happened and I had to leave. We've got a noise in the ear donation here from It's Game Pro saying, what's your top 3 farms for XP and your top 3 farms for items? I think a general purpose mob farm makes sense. Like the Chunk of Death type farm is probably the best. You know, what was that? We got all your general mobs, an extra dollop of string from the cave spiders, and then you got the slimes as well. So that's a pretty good farm. XP farms, I'd say the gold one on top of the Nether. I love the furnace design. That one's awesome. And I don't know, probably just those two I'd put on a list. But yeah, I'm very bad at doing those sort of on-the-spot things. I guess I'll tell you what another great farm I like is the raid farm that we've built. Although it depends on like what the purpose is. If the purpose is like starter farms, like putting cows in a hole with a trapdoor below, that's a really great little trick. Ah, we're here. Do you have pre-made data packs, says Nerfy? Yes, they're on my Vanilla Tweak spot on my website. Banisher of Hope is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime and banishing all of my hopes at the same time. How could you do that to me? Do I have a beacon? No. No beacon for me. That makes this slow. No! Oh well, it's not a lot. Not a lot of digging. The purpose of the raid farm is emeralds and annoying your server mates with endless horns. Yeah, I've been trying to do it at a time when like no one else is on, but even when I do it, like it just feels like it doesn't matter when I do it. Someone's going to log on and hear the horns, so I've been trying to do them at precarious times, I guess. There is a chest here. I wonder what's in it. Treasures and riches. Treasures and riches for X. Oh, well, actually, that's got some treasures. I'm taking this stuff. It's mine now. You know, I'm cleaning up the spawn chunks, and I'm taking it. Don't care what you say. Let's just do that quickly, because I've already got. Oh, look at this. Look at this. There's a hole here. Hole needs filling in, so stuff don't spawn in it. There are torches here, actually. It'll be alright. Come on, up we go. No. Oh, look at this. The water's going to end up in here. The water is going to end up in here. It's Game Pro says maybe a data pack to block the sound for a player outside a 5-chunk radius. A lot of people do that. They request data packs that like you can't make. You don't have like control over the game like that. I guess we will fill in all of this after all. Okay, no, still need a bit more. Oh, is there more? No, there's just a bunch of stone bricks here. I don't know what that's about, but it's there. When does the new season of Hermitcraft begin, says Plumby? I'll tell you right now, my friend, it begins after Season 6 ends. Why use stone, not dirt? I don't have a bunch of dirt in my inventory, that's why. How many RAM GB is the Hermitcraft running? I want to make my own server that can handle mob farms. Well, the amount of RAM you assign isn't like the key factor in handling mob farms. Having the right CPU is a big factor. We have a CPU that at the time, it no longer is, because things are always getting upgraded, but at the time it was the best. I think I need to relog here. I think we've got some ghost blocks. It was the best that you could get, and it was overclocked as well. But it's the best that you can get for single-threaded performance. That's what you need for a good Minecraft server. Single-threaded performance. I guess RAM would be useful for mob count, but probably not that much, says Crispy Rice. The RAM helps to some extent with the game, but beyond a certain amount it just becomes a bit ridiculous. Like, we've got 48 and could probably run it on less. It's the CPU that does loads of the work in Minecraft. So it's got to do loads of calculations, like where are the mobs, are they hitting each other. One of the things that helps as well is just good farm design and doing things with your farms that means it has less of an impact on the server as well. That's another way to improve it. Is this a spawn island, says Evolved One? I mean, I could say it is, but it's no longer an island by the looks of it, you know? It's slowly becoming not an island. Do you know about aliens, says Vistoff. Oh yeah, I know all about aliens. Yeah. Chat with them regularly, I do. I know all about the aliens. X, have you ever played modded Minecraft? I have. There are a series of modded Minecraft on my channel. There's Fullcraft and there's other ones as well, like Hermit Skies that we did not so long ago. He is an alien. Why don't you think he doesn't reveal his face? Blackjack with the jokes. Oh, calm down. You're going to have people in stitches. Oh, look, there's a bit here we can fill in. Right, there's like a chest full of resources back here. Like chests, plural. There's loads of them. There's also hoppers. Who put the hoppers in there? And why are they like underneath the... I don't know what that's about, but they're underneath those blocks. Let's go open up my redstone box for a second. Because I've got redstone goodies! To pack away. Free up a little bit of inventory space. You know, I really don't need... oh, did I put the torches in? Yeah, if it's full, I really don't need a couple of those. Right. Ah, night be approaching. Night be approaching. I'm ready. Let's do this. Mumbai says, click jailbaited. I thought this was about drowning the big Mushroom Island. It was. I was going to do that this stream. And I changed my mind once I got there. Because I just saw how big it was again. And I was like, yeah, you know, like, hey, maybe it would have been a good idea to come back here and, you know, lost my train of thought in the middle of a sentence again. Wonderful, brilliant. Not worried about the health of my brain at all. Yeah, I basically got there, saw how big the island was, and I was like, oh, actually, this is still really big, even if I'm going to do just putting water over it. So I apologise, but once I got on here, I changed my mind. Use ice instead of buckets, says Jonas. Oh, it's not ice or buckets. Buckets is probably easier, actually. But it's the size of it. Like, even though it's bigger, it's too big. It's way too bigger to justify, I think, doing. So I ain't gonna bother with it. We'll build the project on the other island, basically. There's cobblestone here. That'll be placed by a player, most likely. Why are you breaking this? Says Team Gurk Leader. This place is just a mess, and I thought it'd be better if we ripped out these flat islands and just built a small little platform, basically, for players to spawn in on. And eventually, at some point, myself or someone else might come over here and decorate it. But for now, we're just going to rip this out. Do y'all know what the time is where X is? Says just one Nyan. It is... Oh, why can't I look in the right place? It's 20 past 11. You can make a really nice spawn building, says Crispy. Yeah, I could. I could do many things, right? I think the main thing is that if you make a spawn building, it's most likely going to be in where you spawn. So you're actually on the inside of it. So then, you've got to not build it right where the portal is. Right where the respawn area is, basically. And I don't know what I would build. Like, do we build something we look at or spawn inside of? I haven't really been that inspired for it. You've always got to have inspiration. And earlier in the season, I did actually have like a big project in mind. But then when I came to do it, I realised that it wasn't a good idea. So, they went ahead with it. Hey X, Mumbo built a machine a while ago that floods areas with water that might help your flood project. That sounds cool. Was it a flying machine that floods things? How does that work? That sounds interesting. Tips for finding more end cities. Yeah, I think if you fly... I think once you find one, if you fly east to west... Now, don't quote me on that, but it's either east to west or north to south. I'm pretty sure it's east to west, though. You're going to just bump into more of them as you fly if you keep sort of on the east to west kind of direction. Moving waterlogged blocks seems to keep creating water. Oh, right. That got removed. So no, that's not possible. That is not possible. Wait, did they remove that? The whole moving waterlogged blocks? They must have done. They must have removed it. There's still a way. Cool. How old is this Mumbo video then? Is it recent? Because if there's a machine we could build for it, that would be pretty fun. Hey X, how about the floor is lava minigame? You could have a set limit for levels before the floor drops. Yeah, I guess that's another thing we could do with the piston thing you saw like a moment ago, was that we could have lava over the pistons and you have to walk on top of them when they're extended. That sounds so much more fun. My goodness me, I think that would work way better, because you would be looking for the path and then having to execute walking on it. And then the lava would flow back over after. A little bit on the slow side, maybe. Yeah. Now the pistons would have to be extended by default, right? No, sorry, no they wouldn't. Hang on, let's go back and look at that. Yeah, I don't have any of the commands on my thing anymore. So we would need to place lava sources where they are not. Sorry, we need to place them like where the pistons don't extend is one thing to consider. Okay, so let's go. So I'm going to do this the cheat. Actually, let's not do it the cheaty way, just because it's good to see what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so we set up a little thing down here. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't. It's gone. Let's go put it back then. Can I get some redstone dust? Ba-dum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum. Don't know why I'm turning it into a song. Cool. Alright, so if we put lava here, it's very bad because it will be gone. So we have to put lava here. And the lava spreads out. And it's terrible. We don't want to fall into the lava, do we? Because we're going to walk through this gap. So, interesting. I think it's going to be better if we find a way to keep the piston extended, because you can't really walk across the pulse. Now the pulse does push back the lava, but only for a short while. Oh, apparently I put that one in the wrong spot. So I don't think that actually works. You've got to find a way to make that not a pulse and to have your pistons. Okay, so if we didn't do this with a grid of pistons, right, because there's going to be lava over the top of these spots, then it gives us more room below to actually activate the pistons. So we don't have to think about having everything activate through this system here. So if we design a course, like a path to walk on, we could quite easily manipulate the pistons the way we'd like to. So I think that's doable. I think that's a great idea. The floor is lava. Great concept. Make it into a minigame. Why not? Dispenser with lava instead of pistons, says old Masalova. I think you've missed the point. The floor is lava, and the pistons push through it, and you walk on top of the pistons. That's the idea. T flip-flop to the pistons to latch them up. Yeah, maybe, but then you're probably getting overcomplicated, right? Like, you don't need a T flip-flop if you could just design a signal length that keeps it on for longer. So, if you had to keep the observers, you could use a second set of pistons. I can actually go show you this. It's probably It's probably easier if I show you this. Okay, so let's say you gotta conform to this grid. If we go and use, now how do I place those again? Made a clock. Right, if we do that. Classic problem. I want to put you there. Okay, so if we do this, Wally. Alright. Is it bub powering itself? It's bub powering itself. Okay, slight change. Slight change of plan. Let's get a slime block. Okay. Right, so now we can define the amount of length. It has to be 4 ticks. Whatever. That keeps it at 4 ticks rather than it pulsing twice or pulsing once. Makes it a little bit longer. Anyway, what I was saying is that if we're going to design the path ourselves, we don't really need it to conform to that whole grid layout where you need everything to be uniform. So we would be able to create our own pulse length, and we could make that length shorter or longer depending on what part of the minigame you're in. And then we would be able to design the path. Now, think about the path. It's not going to be compact. It's not going to be all tight together. And that means that it'd be quite easy to basically just power it with some repeaters going into blocks below the piston, something like that. So I think it's a really doable concept. Back in the old days, we used to do this with torch towers, says Real Vaha. Yes, I remember that, the old torch towers. I remember back in the day, old man Asuma. Magma blocks, says Unsniper Jun. Nah, we won't be using those. The floor is lava, that's it. That's the concept, right? Design the minigame as a giant ghast head. Nah, I think I'll probably do an enclosed building and then maybe a logo on the front of it. I've wanted to do a minigame, and I think we've now got a concept right there that I'm very happy to work on. The floor is lava. I think it's going to be great. I also think it's going to burn your feet. Yeah, we could do like little sandals if you win. You get some like floor is lava sandals. I like the sound of that. Asuma, where is your beacon? Says Plan B. I can't remember where I left it. It's somewhere. The lava is floor, says Pyroburnium. The lava is floor. What's up in these areas? Yeah, look, there's loads of resources back here. Someone's taken loads, I think. Actually, I think they were doing something different on that side. But yeah, like I forget that there's just all of this stuff lying around in the spawn chunks that could be good for this or that. So if ever I need sand and sandstone again, I need to remember to come back here. Because this is where it's all at. Look at all this sand. Oh yeah, I got to end up taking these things down. I don't really know what to do about those. A skeleton? Oh, I guess it can. It's night time. Yeah, it's animals that don't spawn on that little bit there. I remember trying to figure that out. I remember. I don't remember. I don't recall. I got no memory of anything at all. Name the song. Name the song in chat. Name it right now. I want to see if anyone can name it. Memory, says Chalky. I don't remember, says Chris. Oh, come on now. Surely you can remember that song. Surely you can remember that song. I don't remember. Gee, excuses. Excuses. I'm trolling. It's Peter Gabriel. Not that you remembered that. Alright, peeps. This is where we wrap the live stream up. I hope you've been entertained today. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support ever so much. And we'll go do a raid on a small Minecraft channel. I've found someone at random, so don't know where I'm sending you, but I hope you enjoy it. This is just to, you know, support peeps in the Minecraft community. That's what we do after a stream. So thank you again to everyone. Thank you to my Patreons. I'll see you soon with another episode of Hermitcraft. Maybe a live stream on Monday as well. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Anyway, ciao for now. Bye-bye.